Why'd that not switch? Guess I'll have to figure that out. But hello everyone, how are we doing today? Hope we're doing well, Why didn't my thing work properly? Hello, rat. How's it going? Oh, that might be why. I see. I'm probably gonna have to fix that. Gonna have to figure out how to fix that. Whatever. Deal with that later. But we're back playing Limbus Company. Yay! Playing the new Intervallo. I forgot to download the update. Oops. Thought I was forgetting something. And hopefully everything's fine. All my account data is still here. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Sari. How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Okay. Good. All my stuff is still here. Saw a post on Reddit about someone losing all their stuff. I didn't want to lose my stuff because I like my stuff. Cool. Also, what units give bonuses? That makes sense. I don't know what I was expecting. Name is ignoring chat. Nuh-uh. Am not. Wait, is there like a big delay or something? Hold on. Hopefully there's not like a big delay or something. Okay, doesn't seem like that is that big of a delay. Okay, whatever. Hello. This shouldn't be too complicated. Well, I don't know what happens in Intervallo, but I'm doing well. I don't think I have that set up anymore. I got a new computer. I don't think I have sound alerts set up. So I don't think the text to speech actually works right now. Whatever, my text works really text to speech really cheap anyway. Copy. iFix. Yes, I know. I need to get that set up. In my defense, nobody ever redeems anything, so I was just gonna do it when it gets around to that. How do I add that as a... How do I play that as a... Or make sure that's playing on stream? You have 2k points? Huh. Audio setup video guide. Let's see. Give me a second. Hello, Serial. Properties. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't remember how any of this works. I'm stupid. We need that. How do I add that as a browser source? How does that work? I'm bald. Yes. Wonderful. My favorite.
Hey, kappa, kappa, hey, kappa, kappa, hey.
Okay. Okay. Too loud. Too loud. But I think it might be working now.
Hey, kappa, kappa, hey, kappa, kappa, hey.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's working now. Hello, Toma. Was getting the text, getting sound alerts working again.
Oh, I thought you were like opening up Limbus.
I do have Limbus open, but I was getting sound alerts working first. Right, I wanted to... Actually, I can do that from in here. Stages. Consultation session. Huh. Wonder who the consultation's gonna be with. I'll let my cat out now. Ooh. Okay. I guess she's going that way. Whatever. No, wait. This one, we should go about it like... What, are they playing a game? Dante. No, Heathcliff's been in Vanguard for too long. I should pull him back and let him... Dante. Huh? Oh, sorry. Did you say something? I provided you with an answer to your question. You exhibited no observable response. Is the Sinner's combat performance deteriorating beyond manageable parameters? No, things aren't that bad, but... It's just hard to focus on one conversation. I'm trying to support battles happening completely different places at once. On top of that, Rodia's shopping chatter is starting to get a little distracting. Oh, right, I should probably screen share, shouldn't I?
Yeah, Sammy, I was about to question. I was actually about to question, like, are you already like, you know?
You would know if you were watching my stream, finger press.
I thought you just started stream.
Started stream 15 minutes ago.
Is it safe to say you've beaten that side quest boss by now?
Nope, never did. A few days after we entered N-Corp's district. The bus pulled over in the back streets of N-Corp to take care of a distortion case. This contract was supposed to be handled jointly with the LCD team, but... distortions suddenly started cropping up all over in an area of the back streets called Butter Street, without any coherent pattern, no obvious point of origin or route of spread. Nothing convenient like that. I had no choice but to split the sinners into several groups and send them out. Otis, Ishmael, Sinclair, Don Quixote, Yisang, and Merceau were on their way to rendezvous with the LCD team. Heathcliff, Gregor, and Hong Lu were suppressing distortions that had showed up from other directions. And with our onboard stocks scraped down to the bottom, Rhodia and Ryoshu, who were done with their share of the suppression work, were put in charge of buying supplies for the bus. As for Faust, she decided to stay behind with me on the bus. I wanted to get through the consultation sessions I'd been putting off. Thought I might as well get myself some much-needed practice with handling the new Golden Bow power I'd acquired. To reiterate, there are no issues requiring special concern regarding Faust. It is true that Faust has, on several recent occasions, expressed dissatisfaction with a certain Faust. However, these instances should be classified as mere personal grievance. I mean, that's good if that's all there is to it, but this was not the first time Faust had seemed unlike herself. There have been times before when she spent far longer alone than usual, lost in thought, in moments when she could not produce immediate answers to questions from the other sinners or me. Could it be you can't access the Gazelle Shaft? What was that, Toma?
So you know when Dante talks and he has TikToks, not the app TikTok, but I mean,
yes, I know what you mean, Toma.
So
he's a clock.
Why not? What if you basically voice act him as a clock? Like, for example, just make tick tock, tick tock. What if you did that?
I could do that, but why would I do that? He has dialogue I need to read.
Like, I mean, because that's how the sinners see him talk. They see him talk as in ticking. So
this is true, but the sinners can understand him. So.
Okay, so I guess no ticking then.
No ticking, no. And while you were doing that, I was setting up the other sound thing.
Wait, also, you've been setting the sound up. It took you like you said this stream has started 15 minutes ago, and you're still. That's what convinced me to think that you were still just starting streaming because sound alert.
No.
Or is it due to stuff?
Shall not!
Bring that down to it. No, I just hadn't bothered setting up sound alerts yet, and forgot how to, but I fixed it, and I got the other website I use for that set up too. So all my sound alerts should be working now. Not that anybody ever redeems them, but they're there in case anyone wants to.
They have no redeems.
No redeems. Not a lot of redeems anyway. May I ask your basis for that inference? Because you're acting a lot like you did back on the warp train. It appears there remain occasions in which you are still capable of surprising Faust Dante. That was right? You really are cut off from the Gazelle Shaft? That was not intended as a confirmation of your conjecture. Maybe she's saying that while she can technically access the Gazelle Shaft, it may as well be that she can't. I wish I could ask her more to get to the bottom of it, but the way she was sidestepping the subject told me that prying wouldn't give me any further insight. Right, I won't impress you if you don't want to talk about it. Your reserve is appreciated. Shall we move on? I think you should, yeah. Yes, your consultation is the next agenda. After cross-referencing the records pertaining to the event,
To the recent events in the House of Spiders, it would appear that memories concerning the individuals designated Sora and Ren currently remain only with you, Dante. As such, should the influence of Ryoshi and her sword lead to further omissions in the official records, the manager will be responsible for supplementing the necessary information.
Yeah, not the first time I was the only one left with intact memories, huh? That's right, despite K-Corp's memory wipe procedure, Catherine's erasure by the Golden Bow's power, and Arayashiki severing people from existence, I was the only one who remembered what had transpired. But ironically enough, the memories I had prior to swapping my head with this clock still showed no signs of returning. Yeah, that is the really ironic part, isn't it? Isn't it, Toma?
Oh, I thought you were reading the dialogue.
I was. Now I'm asking you. Or now I'm talking to you.
One more time, please.
Nope.
Wait, what?
But ironically enough, the memories I had prior to swapping my head with this clock still showed no sign of returning. That is pretty ironic, huh, Tomato?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Ironically enough, the memories I had prior to swapping my head with this clock.
You
Actually,
weren't...
actually, you know what? That actually very ironic, to be honest. Very.
Yep. Why won't my old memories come back, though? Is it because of this clockhead?
Speculation based on your experience with the bus team thus far will not meaningfully contribute to the recovery of your former memories, Manager. Inductive reasoning conducted from memories with gaps, after all, is bound to have structural limitations. Bongi would serve as an adequate analogy.
Bongi?
Yes, Bongi. Receiving feed and increasing in body mass alone would provide no meaningful basis for identifying the purpose of its rearing. Even at the terminal stage, when exposed to kitchen instruments and the heat of the stove, its limited experience would prove inadequate to constitute an understanding of its ultimate fate and purpose. Likewise, the ultimate answer to your doubts can only be obtained from the whole of the experience that you will have accumulated at the terminus of your entire journey, that is, your allotted mission.
So the end of Limbus Company, huh? Or near the end. Because treasure waits at the end of the road, at the end of hell. Or is that just going to be the end of the Inferno part? And that treasure will give me back my memories in my head. Also,
indeed, at the end of the road, you'll be able to engrave your aspect.
What does that mean, though, Faust? Exactly. What does that mean? I still have no idea what aspect means, or even whether it's an object, but if I know one thing, it's that the me from before all this began had wanted it badly, obsessively, desperately. It's more like an instinctive knowledge. With my memories gone, that feeling, however strong it is, does not change the fact that this is just another word with no discernible mental image. And you're not going to tell me what it actually is, are you? The aspect? What it means, or why I wanted it so much?
If it remains a piece of information that must be disclosed to you, then no. I am unable to tell you. Pay it no mind. You are still following your star acceptably. Please concentrate on the journey. More importantly, have you grown accustomed to that incomplete power? Current observation suggests you have yet to arrive at that level.
Well, I've gotten pretty used to focusing on one place at a time, but keeping track of several places at a time is still a bit rough. Otis's team is doing well in combat, even without my direct supervision, and Rogia's team is shopping and not engaged in battle at the moment. Picking my mind off them would prove much easier. But that wouldn't give me the much-needed battle practice, so I'm doing my best to keep an eye on every sinner's status. Hello again, Serial. How's it going? How's it going?
Sufficient familiarity should result in substantial tactical value. You'll be able to cast a wider net when information gathering and employ previously unavailable tactical patterns.
Right, and I'd also be able to tell when it's a bad time to call someone in, too. Even as I continue talking with Faust, I make sure not to stop observing the places where each group is and what they're doing. Yep, pulling Heathcliff to the rear was the right call. I don't see any injuries. His team is still doing pretty well, even without my directions. Miss Herodia, wait, did she just stuff all the pastries and bread she bought into her pockets? How did she manage all that with a huge baguette? I noticed his group. Let's see. Looks like they joined up with the LCD without any issues. LCD, then that guy over there must be... Hang on. Faust? This is a dude I've never seen before, but he seems a bit, I've seen before, but he seems a bit, different from what I remember.
Did you specify the issue?
I'm monitoring the situation right now. We should probably join up with them, too. Let's end the consultation here.
This was rather precipitous, Dante. If the incident is of serious nature, perhaps request support from the LCC.
No, it's not an incident. But I wouldn't say it's not serious. I wonder who that is. Could it be Mr. Bamboo-Headed Kim, perhaps? Perhaps. Rendezvous. I'm pretty sure it is Mr. Bamboo-Headed Kim.
This is going from bad to worse, really. Dante seems to be tied up helping the other groups. Otis's commands, calls have been working out well enough. I'll give her that. We've managed to hold the line better than I expected, but we're still definitely starting to feel the strain.
Are you waving your hand all of arms and hand signals? What signals? What's swinging the arm sideways even supposed to mean? You don't know? It's scatter, damn it. So scatter. That was close. Almost got flattened. Damn it. Even rookies, with nothing but the most rudimentary of military training, would have recognized the hand signal that basic. We're not all trained soldiers, are we? Verily, the flourish of a single hand doth indeed make boast of chivalric elegance. Yet when thou suddenly wavest thine arm about, clenching and unclenching thy hand in that mystical fashion, only to suddenly turn tail, forsooth, I am bereft of understanding what thou meanest to say. To think that of all the personnel on the team, only the swabby had the discipline to interpret a basic field signal. I only picked it up during my sailing days. And realistically speaking, did you really expect ordinary people like the others to understand professional military signals? This is unacceptable. After all the operations all of you have been deployed under my lead, you're all still ignorant when it comes to non-verbal signals. I don't even think Dante would know those signals. Yep, might as well be splitting hairs, literally. Let us appease our agitated hearts and follow Miss Otis's instructions. We should disperse and withdraw. Megaton landing! Hey, pretty cool, huh? Let's face it. I know how to make one heck of an entrance. Whoa, aren't you supposed to be cleaning up the distortion upstairs? Oh, you need to go a million years ago. You guys were taking forever, so I figured I'd take a peek and lend a hand. You're welcome. That's best girl right there. Put by your thundering descent, the floor's form and shape are now crushed beyond mending, sunken deep enough to be likened to the insipidus of a wellspring. Hey, don't you worry about it. That's all after teams take care of. Anyway, that should be all of them, right? The force of your landing neutralized the last of the distortions outside the building. Hey, can you check on the distorted peeps' faces and clothing? Their faces are all pigmented? Makes my skin crawl. Not a pleasant sight. As for their attire... This one appears to be a sweeper. That one yonder bears the attire of an ordinary fixer. In this distortion I landed on, probably a local resident, judging by the clothes. Any of you happen to see anything nearby
bursting with a big pop and flash. Name all at once. Okie dokie, you know what? Let's all head upstairs. This suppression request is kind of a pain. We need to put together a nice neat plan before we start poking it too hard. A plan, sayest thou? How? Was this not a mere matter of slaying distortions where they stand? Slaying distortion where they stand? Wait, did nobody brief you? This has often been the structure of our assignments. We're given instructions, we perform them, and only afterward do we begin to perceive the nature and contour of the task to which we have committed our hands. Really? Well, I guess every department has its own way of doing things. No big deal. No big deal. I'll explain everything once we're upstairs. Oh, by the way, you didn't get to meet the whole team last time, did you? Only our new girl. This time, that dude, I mean, Mr. Bimbo-headed Kim's also here, so... he's okay now? I'm sure he is. You'd be surprised once you see just how okay he is now. The last time you said he was still under treatment. To be precise, and I believe Miss Engdu stated his mind is yet to regain its former tranquility. Ah, that? You get it once you see him. I feel like we're just having the same conversation twice if I say anything now. Ah, you've arrived. It's blinding. So bright, the midday sun is... The sun is bright, you say? The sun is bright in the interval before Merceau's canto. I see. Subtlety be thy name, I guess. They really do be dropping. Right before. And truly, subtlety be thy name. Subtlety be thy. Why? Subtlety truly be thy name, huh? I know what you are. Yet the warm tickles of the sunbeam is rather agreeable. No, it is not sunlight. Because unlike this, there is more to the sunshine than its warmth. And what exactly is this light? Why is that thing on? It's bright enough to fry my eyeballs. Apologies, Lady Ezra. I am yet to be accustomed to this machine. This is my first time laying hand upon the complicated workings of such a contraption. It activated of its own accord, and I have yet to discover the method by which it may be silenced. That is why I've told you to leave it alone. Fiddling with things you do not understand usually ends with something, or you, broken. Nothing good comes of it, I tell you. But Mentor, Lady Moses has instructed me that at every moment, in every event, clues are hidden under the veil of one's surroundings and must be examined with care. Yes, and that it only works if you're savvy enough about the knack. Hang on, did you just say Mentor? I had not yet offered a proper opportunity to introduce you to him. This here is the esteemed leader of the Blade lineage, who is all but a master under whom I have apprenticed.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! You're at this part. You're at this part.
What do you mean at this part? This is the second. This is the second one. This is the second episode.
No, you're at this part.
Yes.
Finally get to see him.
What do you mean at this part? Where else would I be? I just started.
Oh no fucking shit!
But truly, subtlety be thy name.
Get on with it.
You know what I mean? So they have how could they're just dropping that line right before Merceau's canto?
Yeah.
Very subtle, Project Moon. Very subtle. Although I guess it's not the actual sun. It's whatever Angdu's messing with. Did you really have to dress it up like that? I told you I only took on the role because of wasn't anyone else around to take the job. Switch, where's the switch? Aha, gotcha. Oh, it's literally just a... Is he okay? Is he dead? What happened to him? Who is that man? Who is that man there? Oh, is that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's
That's Kim.
That's, huh? Wasn't expecting him to do such a boy failure.
Yeah, he's a regular guy.
How dare he be a regular guy, not an aura farming machine?
He's just a regular motherfucker. I don't know what people are like expecting.
I don't know he's had aura, okay? Where's his aura? His aura is gone.
I had to like look at his like robe and like look at his ID, and I was like, wait a second, that's just him. That's just him.
Huh. My face when the character is just a normal guy.
Yeah, I don't know what people are like talking about. He's like, it's a normal guy.
He's just aura farmed for a game and he's just aura farmed for a game and a half. I don't know what you want. That's probably why. He aura farmed in Ruina. He aura farmed and he's aura farmed in Limbus. What's so funny?
There's about the in his whatever he was doing in Canto 9, the events of Canto 9. Yeah. I find it very funny.
What's he doing? I guess that's spoilers. True.
You're gonna find out soon. Very soon. I streamed it yesterday. My first stream in like 2 to 3 months.
Yo, someone's dropping the Skibidi Toilet lyrics in YouTube chat. That's crazy.
I'm handling the the recent events not very well, I'll be honest.
Oh, about that, or yeah.
I don't think I'm handling it very great, but I am handling it.
I might be handling it a little bit too well. I don't know how to feel about that.
If you read what I sent in the server the other week, it was
What did you send?
Drink it.
What? Where'd you send? Where was this anyway? Where'd you send that anyway?
I said that, yo, I just drank an entire bottle of alcohol.
Okay, maybe you should stop drinking then. Oh, that's where. Maybe you should stop drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I was already like, fuck. My thought process was like, fuck. I felt like drinking just a bit, and then it was like, fuck. This is alright. And then I kept on drinking, and I was like, I'm halfway. I'm a little over like halfway. Might as well finish it. And then I was already feeling tipsy by then, so I was like, and by the end of it, I was like, my brain locked in. I was like, oh, I regret that. I regret doing that. I regret doing that so much. My head was pulsating.
No, not the post bottle clarity.
Yeah. I was like, oh
no. Maybe I shouldn't have drank the entire bottle.
I actually had to concentrate to walk straight.
I, for one, have never had more than I don't think I've ever really never really drank alcohol, so I can't relate.
Yeah, I normally don't drink alcohol, so I was basically
this was an exigent circumstance.
Yes. I guess.
I'm old enough to buy alcohol, so I could.
I am
but
as well.
I don't wanna. Drinking is a waste. Drinking is a waste of money.
True.
If I wanna drown my sorrows, I'll just play video games.
I just wanted to drink that day. I don't know.
Real.
I didn't have. Uh, RT8.
I don't know. I think Kim, that's a mood. That's a mood right there. That man's a mood though.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would be doing in his position too.
I'll, he is a 180 from whatever like people were expecting from him.
That's because he aura farmed a bit too hard.
He aura farmed a little too close to the sun.
Goodness. Known as bamboo-headed Kim. Yeah, that's me. Yes, I should say pleased to meet you, folks. I'm giving him a different voice. That's how much aura he's lost. He gets a more chill voice.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
A lot of people were disappointed, but honestly, I was kind of expecting it in a way. Like,
listen,
he's just some guy.
he's just he's just the guy. Can't expect everyone to be just be aura farming all the time.
Yeah.
He still does aura farm. He has aura farmed canonically in the past.
Yeah, and plus it's like a fucking. It's just a. Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's.
Hold on, what's
He just aura farms as a hobby. Every like Thursday. For some reason. Don't ask why it's only Thursday. I don't fucking know.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a meme for this. Give me a sec. Very important. Maybe I should screen share that on stream, so you can see so you can see what I'm making.
Oh boy.
That probably won't take that long.
I'll look at it and I'm gonna have to leave for a sec. My aunt's birthday is today and I have to.
Ooh, happy birthday, Souls On.
Yeah.
Hope the birthday's going well.
Yeah. I haven't talked to her all day because I had to work.
I also had work today. I hate my job.
I find my job alright. Oh yeah, and I'm almost done with Mirror Dungeon achievements. Yay.
Oh, nice. I
don't
never
fucking recommend it.
Exactly. I'm not. That's why I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it.
This has cost me so much sanity. I'll be honest. I only have like 11 Mirror Dungeon runs left before I'm done.
Oof. That's still a lot of Mirror Dungeon runs.
Because like the last achievement I need to get is like clear Mirror Dungeon at floor 5 or higher 50 times, and I'm at 39.
Oof.
Yeah. I've done all the collection, I've done all the loadout, the shop, the combat, the adversity extremes. As far as like the hidden ones, I just need the wealth ego and a certain philosophy, as well as like a hidden node.
Do you know which hidden boss?
I'm not sure. I don't know. House of Spider Thumb, Index, Ring. What else? Purifier. The middle. I haven't done the middle. Yeah, I haven't done the middle.
Nice. I'm never beating those.
Yeah, whatever.
Almost done. There we go. I'll send that to you.
Nice.
It's exactly yeah. Can expect him to ore farm all day.
You know, I said like, yo, he just looks like me.
Is it because he's? Well, I mean, is it because he's Asian?
No, it's because he looks generic as fuck. His design is generic as fuck.
And he's Asian.
And he's Asian.
Yeah.
Someone said that he looks like a foreign relative, a distant relative of fucking Hohenheim.
I kind of thought he was Hohenheim for a second. Gonna be honest.
Yeah. One's German and one's Korean. Distant cousin.
True. Okay, so more often than not,
Yeah.
first impressions are prone to change.
Cake time.
The bamboo-headed Kim I remember was a man who drowned in his own fathoms, blaming himself for his powerlessness with a listless, heavy voice. That, however, had been while he was distorted and sunken into himself, so I figured his original personality might be somewhat different. But this is not just somewhat. Significantly different. That's the meme I made. I'll just put that in the corner, I guess. You're telling me this guy here is Bamboo-Headed Kim? Yeah, we double-checked with Ezra and she said he really is the same guy. Oh, fire's in your head. Not hot at all. Fascinating stuff. Can we check again, just in case? I really can't wrap him around my head that this is a sullen, serious man whom we fought. Just look at what he's doing. He's rubbing my face all over like he's checking out some kind of mantelpiece ornament. Lots of ticking and talking going on. That's supposed to sound like them talking to you folks, huh? Oh, he is. I guess he's Southern then. Lots of ticking and talking going on. That's supposed to sound like that, supposed to sound like them talking to you folks, huh? Further confirmation to be redundant, Dante. This individual is conclusively identical to the one designated as Bamboo-Headed Kim. How about no idea what you folks are so suspicious about? Hey, dude, just what exactly you been telling people out there about me? They're all staring like they've seen a ghost. I told them you were a gallant and formidable warrior, Mentor. But they don't look like they've heard the most flattering things about me. There, don't you hear that faint undercurrent of disappointment in the ticking? I also told them that you were a man of few words, with much affection for the followers under your command. Ingdu. Yes, Mentor. That's a complete and utter lie. Man, a few words is definitely not something you can say about a guy who's as talkative as me, don't you think? Yet I spoke no falsehood. Although your conduct is rather shallow and perhaps less refined for a leader of an organization, you're much more reserved and taciturn when conversing with those unfamiliar to you, are you not? No matter who one may be, one is bound to inspire either approval or disapproval from those around him. So I refrain from mentioning any truths that might invite the latter. To even hint at anything that might tarnish the reputation of my master would not be unlike spitting on his name, mine by extension. I simply had no reason to put airs in front of my own folks. In any case, so you can't see anything if I block this part, Do tell, how many fingers am I holding up? Those are not my eyes, you know. Your own folks, huh? Then you've already accustomed and accepted that you now belong to Limbus Company? Why didst thou not pay a visit to the LCE? Verily, when one's mind is plagued by the absence of tranquillity, venturing forth into the open air and touchable field of grass cleareth the storm of heart. As head of the company is expected to act in the company's interest. Yet for whatever reason, I don't see you fighting on the field during Operation Fighter Pyre. Okay, I'll let you out. Do you want to leave or not? Yeah, give me a sec. Take care of my cat. I have returned. Hark, my arrival is imminent. Or mine arrival is imminent. You will have to account for your absence in the mission. Otis addressed Kim as though she were conducting a formal investigation. Every word flat and hard. It was obvious she was not about to let her guard down anytime soon. What mission? Oh, that one. What mission? Oh, that one. Kim seemed inclined to assume a more serious disposition. He stopped peering into my face and turned toward Otis, although his hand was still on my head. Alright, clearly there's some disconnect in expectations here. Listen here, you... I'm really not all about hard, bothersome work, get what I mean? The real disconnect was between his stoic expression and the words coming out of his mouth. What? So let's talk about the kind of fellow I am. Meet the resident layabout, who's forced to do his job with a frown too, I might add, only when he's got absolutely no other choice. I'm really not some big shot ain't who's apparently been promoting me as, folks. And I'd very much like to stop getting roped into stuff that keeps putting my life on the line. Huh. Honestly, this guy is so valid. I kind of like...
What you doing?
Playing Limbus Company. Honestly, spoilers, yes. Honestly, this guy is so valid.
What's going on?
You looking at your... I don't know. We're talking with Bamboo-Headed Kim.
Oh, he's still alive?
Yes.
Damn spoiler.
That wasn't a spoiler.
Anyways, I'll dip now.
He never died in the first place.
No, but he was taken to a black site essentially.
Okay. But he wasn't dead. He's not dead. He was never dead.
Anyways, good one.
Yeah.
Be safe.
I mean, Limbus doesn't really just execute people.
What was that?
I was like, Limbus doesn't usually just execute people.
You sure?
Yeah. Unless they're fighting.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, see ya.
Yeah.
Yep, see ya. Bye. Sorry about it.
Fine, then why did you join the LCD in the first place if you'd rather be unemployed? No, never mind. They probably forced you to stay.
Yeah, John, quick. First, they spout this nonsense about distortions and all. Then force hired me, calling me a company-owned resource or whatever. And the other day, they were again on about, what's its name, Golden Bow? Yes, they invited me on a tour to another department, listening on some important presentation.
And I accepted. I thought it would be a fine opportunity to broaden my perspective.
Angdu, dear, there are times when your commitment to duty shines brighter than the sun. I find that attitude so dazzling that I have to squint when I'm looking at you. Who knows, maybe that's why I'm wearing this bamboo hat. Shade my eyes from your utter brilliance.
Do you mean to say that you are in need of a shield to protect your eyes? Lady Ezra, might I submit a request for a pair of sunglasses for my mentor? Only if it's not too much of an imposition on the budget, that is.
That right there. That's what I keep telling you not to do. You can't say yes to every silly thing he says to turn in some supply request. Small expenses add up a lot, you know. You gotta save up everything you can in the piggy bank when you still can, or you end up broke.
Is there truly no room for reconsideration?
No means no. Then pray make the purchase for me. I shall cover the cost myself.
No, okay, wait, what? My poor mentor is in a state of great discomfort, yet I possess neither the wisdom nor the knowledge to navigate the silver tongue of merchants in the maze of stalls. Merchants in the maze of stalls to locate the very best item. I must beg this favor of you.
You're giving me a freaking headache, girl.
I am aware that you and yours are no strangers to such dealings. There is no one else I can trust to complete such a procurement of the swiftness of the wind.
You know what? Never mind what I said. I'll get you what you want.
You hear that, gentle lady? Hear the gentle lady, mentor. Your suffering shall be alleviated, so soon be alleviated.
Right.
My apologies for interrupting you amid conversation. Please pray, continue. You had reached the part where they invited you to tour another department.
No sooner had Ingdu's words left her lips and her eyes glinted with something I couldn't really put my finger on. But it was a strange intensity that sent a chill down my spine. Yeah, so that day I was just gonna relax here and watch some TV.
Well, good on you for showing up to work, I guess?
Let's say there was a debt to be repaid.
Please do understand that we are indeed indebted to your company.
Yeah, I suppose I do.
Kim's gaze lingered on Angdu's prosthetic arm as he answered.
Oh, Miss Angdu, your arms.
Only after following Kim's gaze did Sinclair seem to notice Angdu's brand new prosthetic arms. Last time we saw her, Angdu had lost both her arms. I remember Ezra asking her to sit tight and choose what type of prosthesis she wanted. Those arms are probably it. It's not just the arms, even her clothes are different now, and that sword. These arms fitted anew as soon as the operation was concluded. The gracious hosts in one of the LCD's teams prepared them in advance. With evident satisfaction, Ingdu held up her dark metallic wrists as if to showcase them. The components fixed along her neck clicked and rattled, unfolding for a moment before neatly folding back into place.
Oh, such graceful smoothness! What into machine articulation! 'Tis as though I am beholding the marvelous proceeds of the illustrious Siegfried himself! Yep, the showcase would have gone lackluster without that trademark reaction. Those are strikingly similar to Schwartz Industries' N7 lineup, but I thought that model was discontinued. Nah, not theirs. One of the prototypes developed by the LCD's Phenomenon Deciphering team, and they put them on for her to trial. Doubt you'll find another like them. They're based on technology spun from distortions. Huh? Oh, hi. I see. For a brief moment, Sinclair's eyes lit up as he glimpsed something that he brought him back to a memory. Then just as quickly, he fell silent. Whatever he wanted to say, next catching in his chest. Something trouble you, Master Sinclair? Oh yeah, here's a new one. It wasn't hard to understand what struck the tender memory for Sinclair, and why it cast a shadow over his face. But... sorry, just reminded me of something from a long time ago. My dad used to work prosthetics before he passed away. I thought this is the exact same model I saw back then. It appears I lack tact. These arms have stirred a painful memory with you. For that, I apologize. It's alright, I'm fine now. Ads. You know what? I don't know when ads are over. Probably over soon. Anyway, Sinclair's voice still carried a faint tremor, but beneath it there was a firmness that had not been there before. He really had grown a great deal. You can thank yours truly for picking the sword. I was there with her. I did inform Lady Ezra that any blade could serve as a weapon would suffice, but she insisted on browsing the goods. I dare say I was given the opportunity to lay my eyes on every type of sword I could ever hope to see in this life. Walking through the workshop street that day. Oh, please, girl, we walked just for 4 hours. That's nothing. While everyone was distracted taking in Engdu's new outfit and equipment, Kim had quietly swooped away from the crowd and crouched down in a corner. He was rummaging through things scattered on the floor, picking them up. Pocketing them? Anyway, what's this place supposed to be? What are all these things? It's basically a wreck now, but there are strobes that the cloth backdrop over there. Maybe it used to be a photo studio? Oh, that could explain why there's so many photos stuck around this place. Probably. That definitely looks like a camera, at least. Sinclair picked up a small cylindrical object and turned it over in his hand, studying it with curiosity. What do you suppose this is? A battery, maybe? Ah, there's some kind of strip inside. Let me just pull it out. No, that's... Otis shouted a sharp warning at Sinclair as if she'd realized something. From Rousseau's hands shot out before she could even finish, clasping over Sinclair's wrist before the strip could be pulled out. It's a grenade or something. What? What did I do? Exposure to sunlight. Exposure to sunlight damages these objects. I already pulled it out a little bit, though. It can be rewound. Carefully rotate the ridge section of the cylinder, and currently blocking the sunlight from reaching the exposed section. Damage is of no concern. Oh, okay. You mean this one, right? This is the part that rotates? Yep, it went back in. With a quick nod, Marceau took the object from Sinclair's hand. Seems to be a film roll. There is something written on the outside. Pyramid number 4. It appears to be a compact roll for a film camera. You seem to have handled one before. Yes. Oui. Sinclair's Marceau's answer came without any further explanation, but the way he adjusted the camera on the table certainly didn't look like that of a first-timer. I once received a report containing photographs taken on film cameras during the war. Film rolls used by N-Corp are particularly difficult to falsify. They were often used to collect intelligence during secret operations. The film fixes light directly onto the medium, from what I've heard. A peculiar expression flashed across Ezra's face as she regarded Otis. Perhaps it was the mention of a war that caught her attention. Anyway, we managed to regroup in one piece. Let's come up with a plan to deal with those distortions, guys. Where should we begin? And then, in the next breath, she returned to her usual bubbly self and steered the conversation away from the subject. Both Ezra and I, we were both still trying to be free of the misconception that we inflicted on ourselves. For all her unfailingly perky disposition, Ezra too may be carrying traumatic memories every bit as devastating as Gregor's. Does there yet remain aught deserving illumination? Huh? Yeah, wait. You're right. Haven't we cleaned up the distortion already? I couldn't feel any more traces of distortion nearby. It didn't seem like any other of the Sinner teams elsewhere were actively engaged in battle at the moment either. Dante is asking whether distortion suppression has not, in fact, already been concluded. Not yet. These people we fought just now? They only got caught up in the distortion. They didn't actually distort themselves. We haven't even gotten close to distortion's inflection point yet. Inflection point? Anywho, finding an inflection point without the team leaders around is gonna take some time. Maybe it won't be too bad with your help. Ezra sipped her eyes around the room with a look of frustration, as though she had just been handed a puzzle box with half of the pieces missing. An inflection point? Are you referring to the point on a graph in which the directionality of its curvature changes? Calling to mind present context, it may look maybe less a mathematical term and more specialized polyseme, referring to the point at which distortion occurs, the motive, intent, or indeed the point in which inflection of the mind occurs. Yep, that's about right. That's the kind of inflection point I was talking about. So in our department, we use the term to mean the source of distortion, the inflector or cause behind it, stuff like that. You know, distortion's hard to treat if you don't know the core cause. Treat the symptoms you see on the surface all you like, but if you never find the root cause, the distortion's never gonna get solved. But I guess you guys never really had to look for that kind of stuff, huh? Your boss clock opens the door to the Fathoms or whatever, right? You mean the dungeons of the Fathom? Yep, that's the one. From where we're standing, the distortion is really high maintenance, time-consuming headaches. It's one thing to somehow manage to locate the inflection point, but curing it is another thing. But if you guys can just march straight into someone's heart, knock the snot out of everything in there, and then ta-da! Patient's ready for discharge. That's how that works, right? Not gonna lie, I was so jealous when I heard about it. I almost bit my sleeve off. Verily, I had thought your team would set about resolving distortions once the foe was vanquished, as we are wont to do. Was that not so? Of course not. Of course not. Why would anyone come to us with a distortion suppression request if it were that simple in the first place? But yeah, most of the time, Thieves try brute force approaches at first. When things go south, they send requests to the company or our detective's office. That means the client this time must have been
Bingo! Apparently the residents of Butter Street have all chirped into commission all kinds of special agencies like the ZVI, the Combat Specialized Fixer Offices, but none of them actually could do things right, and the job got passed us. On to us. Meaning the distortion phenomenon related to this kind of photograph is still occurring unchecked somewhere on the streets. Exactly, that's why you gotta find something. Anything that might count as a clue. Ezra gazed down at the people lying on the floor with a complicated expression. Neat ash gray suits and the logo of the on the collar of his uniform in briefcases. Hey, isn't that N-Corp's logo? Come to think of it, wasn't Merceau... I was once employed by N-Corp. What? You used to work with those people? Yeah, he did mention that he used to work at N-Corp. Maybe he can offer us some insight. You know who these guys are, Merceau? Yes, manager. These are N-Corp Class 2 staff members, given the camera briefcases in their possession. They elect the members of the pinframe team of service, the Clos. Rousseau recited the information as though he were pulling it from a file he had already sorted and placed in the back of the shelf in his mind. Okay, pinframe team, huh? Anything you can tell us about them? Oui. It is one of N-Corp's many field departments related to the information gathering and process. Their primary duties include the handling of N-Corp's internal information, analysis of N-Corp's internal intelligence, and sorting and arranging of N-Corp's internal information in intersector. That'd be enough. Oh, is he talking about is he a talking encyclopedia or something? Yeah, nothing to be jealous of. You think it'd be okay if we borrow him sometimes? Might be an issue for us if you just went and borrowed him, borrowed our team's encyclopedia. Looks like everyone agrees he's an encyclopedia. Anyway, your encyclopedia is right. They're from an N-Corp pinframe team. Seen them a few times before in N-Corp's nest. But why would people already busy enough dealing with N-Corp's affairs want them out here to a shabby backstreet like this? Got any guesses? I am unable to determine that. The possible range of connection between the two pieces of information is exceedingly broad. Listing every relevant reason as to why they may have come here would require a considerable amount of time. Therefore, I will not present a determinative answer to that question. Ezra staring holes into me with an unspoken, "Is this dude always like this?" Wouldn't pull any answers from me, you know. Because aside from combat situations, I've still got no way to figure out what's going on in his head. Okay then, Merceau, maybe this will be easier to answer. From an objective point of view, that was when I noticed something I never imagined would happen. Merceau's eyes widened, his gaze fixing me with such a force that I could almost feel the faint tremor in it. A leveling stare came with, "There is no such thing as an objective point of view, manager." My God, he had an expression. Holy Jesus. Merceau had an expression. A clipped tone, a look of almost bordering on rebuke. A given judgment may seem infinitely close to objectivity, but ultimately all things are subjective without exception. I fell silent for a moment, lost in thought. Part of it was because Merceau's reaction had caught me off guard, but I also wondered whether this response might be connected to why he would always refuse to make judgments for himself. And if it's something to do with his turn, which I knew was just around the corner. Got it. Then tell me the three subjective reasons you think are most likely for why these people had to come all the way into the backstreet. I need to understand who he is as much as I can. Because I'll never know when I'll get another chance to really get to know him if I brush this off with a simple, "Oh, I see, my bad," as usual. Yes, manager? I would presume that their mission was one
one or all of the following: retrieval of a video recording or recordings in violation of end-quote taboo from denomination of the violator, contact with an informant in the backseat collaborating with end-corp's nest, or identification and arrest of the other wanted individual or individuals designated by the nest. Taboo, you mean these people could be taboo hunters? Nah, no way. They don't send out taboo hunters for every single violation, you know. McQueens usually leave minor taboo violations to be handled by subcontract fixer officers or employees of the department in charge. I'd say these guys are here are NCorp staff. Miss Egg2, what are you looking for in their pockets? I'm looking through their belongings for enlightening clues yet to be hidden in the sleeve or fold of their garment. Lady Moses had been gifted with the art of discerning the truth from what lies before her with but a single glance. And my eyes are foreign to such a feat. Let me take a look too. This is an employee card and... okay, this one's a wallet. Let's put that back. We don't want to be robbers. This might be it. It's an order missive. Ezra pulled a sheet of paper from the out from an NCorp staff's coat and read its contents aloud. Work details: elimination of the individual of Category 3 taboo violation, address Butter Street. This is the place. Which means all this might be pointing to something. Whoever used to work in this studio and the distortion phenomenon might be connected. Yeah, now that you mention it, when the whole pop and change thing happened, it did kind of feel like a camera flash. Alright, let's get started. Let's start by combing through this place. Let me know if you find anything suspicious. Oh, at long last, hath the hour arrived for my debut as a detective, forsooth! Don Quixote must have been miffed for not getting to play detective back at T-Corp. No idea where she'd be keeping them, but she immediately pulled out the detective props had been given to Rodia, Ryoshu, and Honglu back then. Barely. I had foreseen that this day would come. Fortunately, Otis wasted no time in putting an end to Don Quixote's badly timed shenanigans, as a sharp dressing down from her was enough to make our dejective chivalric adventurer step the costume away. Dang, I wanted to see her in this. I wanted to see the sprite of her in the costume. Okay, then we should get moving too. I wanted to see the sprite of Don Quixote in the costume. You guess that's not happening then. Misconceptions. Now, who do we got? Should probably just make a new team for this. Although I am out of team slots. I guess I'm not using this team anymore. Other. Okay. That's cool. Blade lineage. Some of these guys are not gonna be high enough level for this. I need 30 Wheatus shards. Oh yeah, I got some lying around. There we go. Oop. As for XP, I don't know if I have enough. Don't know if I have enough XP lying around to get everyone to level 60, but I'll sure try. Any other Blade Lineage members I can throw in here? Nope. Again, I guess you'd go Kurakumo Clan Captain Ishmael. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have enough XP. Get everyone to level 60. Might just have to deal with under level Otis. Or
이만 가죠. 비스클리프, 이 너저분한 것들은 치우고 돌아오.
I have to do a little bit more. Just probably feed just a little few of these. 3 probably. Probably go with I could probably switch this for a middle team and call it a day. I think the only middle ID I'm missing is middle Sinclair. I think everyone else I have is we have 5. Plus, I guess, N-Corp Sinclair. Yeah, that should be good.
형님과
제가 파질 상대가 있나 보군.
I don't think there are any other middle members, not that I can think of at least.
내 작품.
말뚝을
자,
열쇠
이번엔
대상 확인했어. 시작하지.
내 작품 또 보고 싶었나 봐. 내 작. 이번엔 어떤 실험인가요? 내 작. 자, 이번엔
열쇠
연료는 저
Let's do a few of those so I can get that
열리는 음악 소리가 들리는
get that reward, or not get the extra XP I need, and then let's cross our fingers this will be enough.
포기한.
I don't know if it will be.
이건 못하겠습니다.
Hopefully it is though.
너무 유치하잖아요. 이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까? 괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
제압 개체에게 큰 피해를 준 것 같아.
순조로운 전략입니다.
기후팀의 직원다운 완벽한 공격이었어. 제압 개체의 상태가 나빠졌어요.
그래
다행이에요.
내가 왔다
중에
Get 'em.
불러야 할지도 모른다고 생각하고 있었는데. 대성공이야. 가론 신나. 노래 부를까?
일식 불명
해냈어요.
좋아 한 줄 지워주지
원더풀한 선택이었어, 나리! 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군. 명령대로 하겠습니다.
We need to get the sanities up. Come on, people.
다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시
좋은
해봐줄래?
전략입니다.
영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지 몰라.
의식 불명. 좋아, 한 줄 지워주지.
생각대로 되었어.
교정에
힘이 넘치는군.
실행합니다.
역시 우리 직접 선별한 용기를 북돋는 영웅담 탑5가 도움이 되었는가? 본인이 방금 무얼 본
일어나! 아직 11번은 죽어야 한다고.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라고.
Pursuing good stuff.
해냈어요.
우와, 카론도 깜짝.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
You better not mess up any of my stuff, cat. You better not.
난파시켰습니다.
I'm warning you. When did you get back?
가라앉는군요.
So, how long have you been back?
폭의 거울은
Oh, okay.
깨졌어.
I'm doing some
한참을 떠드시고.
노래 더
a
키워.
little bit of XP grinding so I can get all my blade lineage IDs up to max level.
Hell yeah. I just like let them go as like back.
해냈어요.
Well, apart from Ishmael, I think all the centers you can use on the first combat node have blade lineage IDs.
전환. 사역이다. 진짜. 일어나. 아직 11번은 죽어야 한다고.
So I'm just doing the XP with my middle team,
얼마 남지 않았어.
plus Rian-Sang and Incorp Sinclair.
순조로운 전략입니다.
Also, wait, is Incorp French? I guess Incorp's French, huh?
They're mixed. There's
They're
also
mixed.
the German part.
Yeah, not. Oh god, they're just Europe. They're just Europe.
Yeah, they're just from Europe.
It's just West, two way. It's just Europe. Oh god. Not all the evil Europeans.
의식 불명. 좋아, 한 줄 지워주지. 진짜. 일어나. 아직 11번은 죽어야 한다고.
Yeah, Bamboo had him pretty normal. Just a regular motherfucker.
Yeah. Honestly, he's kind of a mood though.
교정에 따라.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
He's just like me for real.
난파시켰습니다.
셔츠는 낙엽하오.
he's a lazy.
He really just said I don't want to do all that stuff.
Yeah, that's why I told you it's funny because you'd expect like
생각대로 되었어.
we've been joking about like how he's like
여관에 가면 또 한참.
He's kind of based for that.
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
he's so Gen Z.
So
폭의
real.
거울은 깨졌어.
I changed his accent for the third time and made him southern.
Is it because of the folks thing?
It's because of the folks thing, yeah.
가라앉는군요.
It feels like he said that because it was
아직
awkward.
의식 불명.
It just like he just let that out because
한 줄
yeah.
지워주지.
And Merceau had an expression. Impossible.
해냈어요.
Oh my god, I forgot. Nope, Sinclair's just joining. I forgot I had the dialogue boxes for mid-battle thing turned on. That's neat.
Yeah.
If I don't really care that much, but it's neat. It's neat so I can see what they're talking about.
Yeah. I like that change a lot. Before it was like actually a mod. You know that?
I heard it was a mod. Too bad Project Moon put him out of business.
Yeah.
Although I think he said he'd never been so happy to be unemployed. Or something.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah. But you know how it is. Limbus was like, you gotta, well, you were distorted, you distorted. Now you're in our control. You're a company asset.
좋은 전략입니다.
Indeed.
You're a company resource.
I don't know why. I mean, I don't really need to level them all up. I think it'll give me 120% bonus though. I think I have enough for that. Enough to them for that.
혼자서 그 절묘함을 구현해보려 해도 도무지 완벽해지질 않았지. 이제야 발 뻗고 잘 수 있겠어.
I miss my child, Sam.
오늘은 이 형님이
Dang. He took the kids.
He took the kids, yeah.
But yeah, I got all one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all 6 of them. Plus Kurokuma Clan Ishmael.
Nah.
Though that's kind of ironic. But
내가
they do kind of hate each other. But whatever.
꽃을 피워볼까요?
Go my blade, go my blade lineage. We spent a long while rifling through the photo studio with the LCD team, but no one found any decisive evidence. There sure are a lot of photos around, but almost all of them are just pictures of buildings. Nothing much to tell from that. Aside from the canister containing the film roll Sinclair picked up, there are no remaining items here that can count as a proper clue. Executive Manager, I've confirmed that the rest are all empty plastic containers. It is probably best to check the contents of the film roll directly. Yes, Executive Manager. I'll find a way to develop the film. Did you guys find any sort of photo development room or equipment nearby? Let's search a little more before we see what's in that film roll. Enter, what do you make of this object? For the 8th time, Engdu, I have no idea. If I had wits bright enough to understand all that lies before me with a single glance, like that team leader, I would have passed the royal examinations long ago and secured myself a lucrative position as a court official. Huh. So is S-Corp just the Josine Kingdom? Is that what I'm hearing from this?
I'm bad at history. I don't know what that is.
Oh. Basically, feudal Korea.
Hmm.
It's feudal Korea. From,
yeah, basically.
From 1400s to the late 1800s.
Sure, yeah. I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, basically that's it. I'm just looking back on the past like 3 months and I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I fucked up in a lot of places.
Oh boy.
With how I was.
What'd you do? If you want to go into it.
I don't think it's appropriate for stream, nor do I feel like talking about it.
Understand.
I'm surprised it didn't end on that day.
I'm surprised too.
I don't regret any of it, but
Mentor, haven't you already passed
I
the
could
royal?
have done so much better.
Once swung, a sword does not retrace its arc, Angdu. So it is with life. There's no undoing what has already been cut. That's poignant. And very topical. Huh. Thank you, game. Thus it is unnecessary to dwell on what can no longer be undone. There is no after for what has been slashed away. You hear that, Soul? Exactly exactly that, actually.
I'll drink to that.
But yeah, Soul, what he said. Almost literally what he said.
Sam, I played through this yesterday. I've already thought about it like 50. I've made the time.
Well, think about it again.
So many times.
Think about it. Think about it more. Actually, don't think about it. That's it. Stop thinking. No more thinking.
I should, for no particular reason, sing in Chinese.
Not for you, Mentor. Ought you not dwell on what can no longer be undone? I misspoke. I did not mean it that way, Angdu. I merely meant to say that I do not wish to recall my past. I am aware you have told me as much since long ago, whenever you were placed in a position to retrace the past. Mostly at the eateries where you filled your belly on unpaid tabs, and each time you brought down the stone wall before our house by your errant hand. Those are exactly the kinds of things you should never forget. Ow, my belly. I feel a stabbing pain in my belly. This spot. Oh, the very wound you once gave me afflicts me yet. The one from when you thought you were only poking me with a scabbard, yet by some cruel turn it was your sword that ran me through. Mentor, you said it was completely healed and I did not need to concern myself with it. Those very same words have been repeated at least 80 times. But it still aches every now and then, chiefly when you hear sharp cutting words I really don't want to hear. Ah, is that so? Angdu suddenly pulled out a sheet of paper and began furiously writing something down. What's this? I've written down the words I have just said. If hearing my sharp, cutting words afflicts you so, perhaps reading them instead will cause you no suffering. Tim's face began to contort like a wet dish towel being wrung dry. I really can't believe the same mentor Angdu follows so devoutly. There's all that dignity and forbearance that Angdu said he had. Young Angdu, there is a matter I'd like to ask thee. Apparently I wasn't the only one who felt that way about him. Pray, speak freely.
This mayhaps be a discourteous inquiry, but I too, while speaking to the others of those whom I serve, oft ornament my words with laudation of acceptable degree, and yet... I understand your concern, Lady Don Quixote. I suppose this is your first time seeing Mentor with his shoulders so unbraced, and his bearing so loose. In truth, when I first beheld him, I also wondered whether such a man could truly be a leader worth placing my faith in. However, upon my honor, I assure you, I have never once uttered a falsehood when I spoke of you to him. My respect toward the blades of my own and foes alike, my determination to safeguard what must be protected, even should my arms be torn apart. All of these are, undoubtedly, the teachers that my mentor had imparted onto me. Truly. Why, if fortune should grant the opportunity, you may witness Mentor's true self yourselves one day. That is to say, if we let ourselves be carried by the currents of the river to arrive at such a chance. Anu gave her prosthetic arm a casual sweep, smiling sincerely as though she truly believed every word she said. Then leaning closer to Don Quixote, she whispered, Besides, unless I spoke with this feigned stern expression, unless I speak with his feigned stern ignorance, there will be no end to his digging in his heels. I would ask for you to trust, for all is aimed at his benefit. For trust. But forsooth, thou hast too been burdened with the trials of serving your superior. That's what it was. I get it now. Just as I witnessed the budding of this particular... Those are Merceau's gauntlets. Those are the same gauntlets Merceau has. Interesting. Particular bond of commiseration and camaraderie between our chivalric friends. The door leading outside was flung open with a loud slam. We have arrived at the target location. It appears that the advance party has already been defeated. Wait, who are these people? Didn't they say there was only a single violator? Ah, crap. Looks like it's too late to talk right out of this. Whatever excuse we come up with. Oh boy, this is not gonna go well. The same thing happened last time when I saw the Incorp employees. I thought we had wrong intel, and all of a sudden... Pop! A sudden flash blinded my vision white. As though I had stared straight into a burst of searing light, so intense and bright that it made my head swim. Yeah, there was this same pop and... With my vision blinded, the only thing I could do was make out Ezra's soft murmur. Until even that came to a stop as her breathing hushed. Oh. Didn't take long for me to realize what was happening. Seeing it again didn't exactly... Seeing it all again doesn't exactly warm the heart, wouldn't you say, Angdu? Though Escorp may indeed be passing through hard times, this alley was not quite so wretched in form, was it, Master? Is that right? It looks much the same to me. Ah, this place. Did we just get teleported to Escorp? No, Dante, though it generates a considerable sense of verisimilitude, this is... I think I know what this is. This is a presence. I haven't been able to detect it until just now, but somehow it was now surrounding us, saturating every corner of the space where we stood. Where we now stood.
The dreary stone walls, trees bending coiled in grotesque forms, the sheen of light, and even the air we breathe, all of them point toward a single phenomenon. This is the depth of the fathoms. Fathoms mean entirely out of its distortion. There are completely different distortions Brand Corp employees were just a moment ago. Executive manager, it's exactly it. This is exactly what I was trying to explain. Oh, they look... Oh. Are those photos?
Yes. Those are indeed photos.
Evil and intimidating actual photographs in my anime game.
Hey, remember, cognitive filters exist.
True.
They did exist.
Where Ezra pointed, the people in smart, neat suits had vanished, and in their place, figures clad in blood-stained dopo robes were approaching us with dragging, uneasy steps. Right, let's fight first and talk later. Ready, Yangdu? My blade is poised to strike, Lady Ezra. And wait, where's the bamboo-headed dude? I'm afraid he has already taken his leave. He said he had no desire to cross the blades with Shuono-cocoons of S-Corp twice. I don't know how to pronounce that. Come on, man, not again. He's a repeat offender, that's for certain. Huh? Executive manager. Wherever Kim's gone off to, this definitely isn't the time to be asking trivial questions. Right, let's do what Ezra says and get ready for battle. On your orders, executive manager. Men, prepare for battle. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff.
Today asked me about the World Cup if I was watching it.
Are you watching it?
She doesn't know that I don't watch sports at all.
I don't watch sports either. Except for football sometimes. American football, not international football.
Yeah, we call it. I still call it fucking soccer, man.
I know. U.S., Canada, I think maybe Australia, New Zealand call it soccer. Yeah, I think the U.S. and Canada are the only ones that usually call it soccer.
다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상을 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
Huh. 9-person battle. That's crazy. Hey, we even got bamboo-headed Kim. Well, kind of. It's Merceau, but that's not the point. Faust, how did you lose that?
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
look up the lineup of my
저대로 돌려보낼
YouTube.
생각은
My
아니시죠?
corner.
확실히 처리해야 합니다.
My corner.
That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. That'll give you some social credit points.
사활을 건다.
대전 그래.
What's Sneakers Inferno though? What does that mean?
Made a fucking music mashup of like Family Guy clips.
That's crazy.
저기는 땅에 떨어졌네. 이제 우리를 누가 막겠는가?
된다면 사활을 건다.
야! 아름다운 것. 그렇지 않은 것.
육천.
무얼 잘못했는지 아는 것부터가 시작이랬어. 중량 5배!
지긋지긋한 전투가
망설임이
드디어 하나
없도록.
끝났네요.
We should start getting easier now that people are getting up in sanity.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
즐겁겠군!
저런 배인 줄도 몰랐네.
전공 모드 마크. 야호, 이기는 편, 우리 편.
된다면 사활을 건다.
희한하게.
Get him. Yeah.
배워냈어요.
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게
흉터의 결과.
Great success.
Glorious success.
That should be all of them. Surveying the area with a measured alert. With measured alert, aim to cast the blood from her sword with a few sharp flicks before sliding it back to its sheath.
Huh, they're not changing back. Doesn't look like beating up the distorted ones reverse them immediately this time around. Perhaps a fortunate turn of events in a way. Let us search for clues while time allows us. Right. You take that side, Engdu? I'll search here. Ezra and Engdu moved about as though they were used to this kind of situation, without even taking a moment to catch their breath after the battle. They began searching space. Prithee. Don Quixote was the first one to voice her doubt in the surreal, unfamiliar situation we found ourselves in. We battled distortions upon our arrival hither, yet never before have I beheld our surroundings changed with so sudden a flash. Really, I cannot make sense of this situation. Couldst thou render a detailed account of this distortion phenomenon? Apologies. It would appear I overlooked the briefing due to the urgency of this predicament. This is, according to the definition presented by Lady Moses, a location-type distortion. It's basically when a whole space distorts, and since places and buildings can't move on their own, the distortion gets fixed in certain space. As this one, looks like the distortion's already progressed pretty far along. Middle stage, probably. They don't usually get this big. This one here is covering almost an entire street. And those people, they entered this space and got caught up in it. And our job right now is to get to the bottom of the phenomenon. And what exactly people got caught up? What exactly gets people caught up? What happens to them once they're in? Of course, we can't really rule out the possibility of a power distortion that's encroaching upon its environment. Oh, by what I mean when a distortion bleeds into the space around it and it warps it. Oh man, I'm actually talking like our team leader. Rubbed off on me, I guess. Hee hee. Ezra continued with his sheepish giggle. Sheepish, you say? In any case, we won't be able to suppress or cure the distortion if we whoop these guys' asses 100 times. We need more clues to help us locate the inflection point. Maybe we should examine these people over here, too? With a call, Ezra just directed our attention to rows of collapsed people all around, all clad in dopo robes. And these are the glyph emblazoned upon their headbands. Two bespeaks propulsion pursuit. It marks them as Chunokuns, functionaries charged with scouring and hunting runaway nobis. You hail from the homeland as we do. I am unsurprised that you know of them. I could hardly fail to know, for I, too, was once enumerated among their quarry. Scientists and technicians were daily being disposed of their stations in Escorp, after all. There was no idle tale. Scientists who ply their craft, fattening Escorp's coffers, are seized forthwith and made nobis of the corporation. Indeed, I count myself fortunate to have absconded with my friends before the brand of nobi could be impressed upon us. Otherwise... Nobi, the wretched appellation conferred upon the people for the convenience of those in power, a vile practice and an excuse of the power-mongering, nothing more. And the so-called taboo hunters of Escorp operate by much the same anatomy. Does the breaching of taboo summon the hunter, or does the hunter first seize his prey, to therefore after frame the captured with the invested transgression? If the power so desire to chase a man down, to take away possession of his very being and keep him caged, then it need only decree that he should be bear the lot of a nobi. Such is what Escorp has become today. A mentor too is one of the victims of that accursed practice. Then could the people have been sent out to capture your mentor or Yusung? Or me, perhaps, or none of us. You mean to state that there may be conceptual forms of Chunokuns generated by the distortion? That is a plausible conjecture. You're getting nowhere with this clue hunting. With a heavy sigh, Otis pressed her fingers against her brow. Ugh. As if her head were starting to pound in frustration. Delve further into the matter. It is necessary to determine Why the S-Corp and its Junokuns have appeared as a motif of this phenomenon. Considering the course of events we have seen so far, wouldn't it stand to reason that the distortion stains all nearby things with memories most foul? The presence of Chinoku-kun suggests a possible correspondence to Yiseng's memories. Conversely, however, the absence of T-Corp's time collectors weakens that hypothesis. In which case, the most plausible theory is that this particular distortion could have stemmed from Bamboo-headed Kim or Engdu's memories. Engdu furrowed her brow and fell into thought, as though she couldn't grasp the full picture of the problem. I've seen a few distortions show trauma or affect their surroundings. This one, I'm not getting that pop of inspiration. Can't even guess what this distortion wants either. Pop. The white flash of light suddenly drowned my vision again as Ezra clutched her head and cried out with annoyance. Ugh, if only the team leader was here. Cracking this would have been a piece of cake. Where is the team leader then? And we're back. So this is why you keep asking whether we'd seen anything bursting with a pop. The in-corp employees must have had it rough too, getting dragged into the distortion like this. I mean, what else were we supposed to do? It was self-defense. They're about to attack us. I suppose finding the root cause and taking care of it would be the fastest way forward. Let's just do what we can for now. Okay, first we need to develop the film we found here. We'll head to the nearest dark room and... Actually, let's first drag that slippery hat-wearing Colt back here and get him talking about them. That's probably our best bet. Oh, every time we take a job, that slacker just slips off without telling anyone. As one part of me watched Ezra stamp her feet in frustration, I was also carefully following Heathcliff's team through the other part of my vision. Oh, I think I can help with that. Have you located him? Huh? What? Boss Clock found something? Yep, I found where Bamboo-headed Kim is right now. Wow.
Hey, Georgie! 누군가를 뵈는 건 생각보다 희열이 느껴지는 일이었군요.
Well, I'm gonna let... Huh. Wait, is that... Oh, let me check rewards. Dang, Emerso ID is... Emerso Ego is, got a roll for that. Blade lineage? I'll have to do my mirror dungeon sometime. Theater.
I've done
17
way
episodes.
too much Mirror Dungeon.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the rest now.
I mean, I don't think there are any more blade. I don't think there are any more blade lineage units I can even add. All the rest are Kurokumo clan. Which, I mean, I guess I can add, but none of mine. I don't think any of them are particularly leveled up other than Ishmael. I guess Rhodia's kinda leveled up. And Gregor. Yeah, I guess Rhodey and Gregor are kinda leveled up, and maybe Honglu if you squint.
수금할 시간이야.
명령이라면
Level 30.
갈아뒀다. 예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶어.
I'm below level, that'll be fine. Meanwhile, Heathcliff's team. Bloody hell, what's up with these kids? They're showing up out of nowhere. How should I know, but judging by their group, they seem like S-Corp fellas. Or get up. And things are going so well. Could have talked it out with those Fedora guys who were roaming around the place earlier, you know. I know, you just had to go barking at them first. Would have saved us a whole lot of trouble if you hadn't, right? Oh, so it's my fault. Those bastards looked like we're nicking stuff. This is our contract area, ain't it? If they walked off with someone important, we'd be the ones catching hell. Listen, bud, not everyone's itching to swipe hair coupons in their pockets the second they get a chance. Oh, for how many bloody months are you gonna milk that? Excuse me? What, you got a problem too, mate? No, not at all. Just wondering whether that gentleman over there is also one of our enemies. Is this the end of your troop performance? Damn, I was really enjoying watching you folks dance. Might have mistaken this place for the Peach Blossom Land of Legends, had there been a cup of fine macchioli to go with it. Rice wine. Yeah, that's an Amy, alright.
So, Sam.
Yeah?
I don't think this is a spoiler at all. So I'm just gonna tell you straight up.
Okay.
They changed the sin affinity for Yield My Flesh.
What?
Yeah, they changed the sin affinity of Yield My Flesh on Bamboo-Headed Kim.
Wait, on his on his actual person, or?
Yes, on his actual person.
Weird.
Yeah, from Wrath to Lust.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
Oh. Masochism? Question mark?
Something, apparently. Indeed.
So yeah,
Indeed. He has a name tag though. I think it says LCD. LCD or whatever, who gives a toss? Let's have to put up with every bastard having a dig at me. Oh dear. Such bold swings. No, there was an encore to that performance. You slippery little rat. Well, I do find this amusing enough, but you intend to play with me. You ought to be more aware of your surroundings. Hey, behind you, there's... Wow, he took out all those dopa-wearing people with just a single strike. I'd say that about covers the price of admittance for your troop circus, wouldn't you? Well then, I'll leave the rest to you folks. Wandering blades and murring tales never linger on the stage for too long after all. Boy, where the hell do you think you're going? Ah, damn it. That's crazy. Wait, he can just have the other summoned there? They don't even need to be summoned to him anymore? You can just have them summoned to each other? That's... sounds very useful, actually. Sounds very useful.
원더풀한 선택이었어, 나리! 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군! 너희도 이번 역경을 헤쳐나가기만 하면 능력을 기를 수 있을 거야. 비록 그 과정에서 희생이 나올 수 있겠지만 내가 세피라로서 너희가 죽지 않도록 도와줄게.
지긋지긋한 전투가 드디어 하나 끝났네요.
방금 공격, 다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
What?
기회를 잡았네!
The hell?
휘청이는 저자를 꺾어 넘긴다면
They can do that?
떨어질 것이 뻔하지.
Since when can Project Moon do that?
They could just do that.
They can just change the battle mid-battle?
Yeah,
Like that?
They can just do that.
They can just change that? I didn't know they could do that mid-battle.
Yeah, Kim Chun can just do that. You didn't know?
He doesn't even need to be in-game, he can just do that in real life.
Yeah, you can just do that. Kim Jun can really do that. Trust.
He's manifested ego, so.
Yeah.
상담에서 알려준 대로 잘했어. 역시 상담 프로그램 제약 개체에게 큰 피해를 준 것 같아. 교육팀의 직원다운 완벽한 공격이었어.
Range information, firm nailing. London session. Weighted bash and framed subject snapshot. They do got Merceau's gauntlets though, that's all I'm saying.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
잠시 무릎 꿇는 것을 두려워하지 마시게. 침 바르면 낫는다네. 이건 좀 과했나?
Tomorrow I'm going to the arcade.
Oh nice, what are you gonna be doing at the arcade? Anything specific?
Hanging out with, I don't know, one of my friends from college.
Nice.
She was like, dude, you wanna go to this thing, this arcade? And I'm like, sure, I don't have anything that day.
They really do be attacking you with the camera, huh?
Yep. Hopefully this will help me cope with
내 피가 배고파했어.
recent events.
잘 됐다. 그치?
Hopefully. Would be nice. Get your mind off it.
Would be nice.
날 이해하는 정말이지. 감동적이지 않을 수 없네. 해결사 영웅기에 이런 구절이 있었지. 어디 보자. 지긋지긋한 전투가 드디어 하나 끝났네요.
Awkward.
What?
I'm watching one of like the people I met on at a convention stream the intervalla, and I'm like, fuck, man, that's quite a bit of buffering.
Oof.
Seem to be enjoying themselves. They're at like the seeing Ezra again part.
Yeah, Ezra.
Ezra.
걱정은 하지
Whenever I
않겠습니다.
streamed it yesterday, I was like,
어차피 이미 이길 거라고 확신하고 있으실
they're gonna
테니까.
like people are gonna like exaggerate how he looks a lot, and I was right. They thought he was gonna be hot as shit, but no, he's just some guy, and that's fine.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이런 데는 얼마나 좋습니까?
Let me get this straight. Dude was here just a minute ago, and now nobody knows where he wandered off to? Yeah, bloke just turned up out of nowhere, flopped his gums, and did a runner before anyone could grab him. Ah. Hey, do be that way, Ezra. Ezra let out a long, listless sigh, as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining of Kim. Lady Ezra, I cannot say your frustration is misplaced. Yet I trust you are also aware that, more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design. Right. He has never left his post without purpose so far. Yeah, I get it, okay, but come on, would he kill him to give us a heads up before he goes zooming off on his own again? Yeah, like we'd stop him. What are we gonna do? Tie him up? Lock him in a closet? We don't do that in our team, right? Remember, last time, we all thought he was being a good patient and sleeping it off in the recovery ward, but nope, when LC got infiltrated, he snuck off without telling anyone, never came back like nothing happened. The team leader didn't even chew him out for that. But Ezra, that's... Oops, he wasn't supposed to mention that, was I? And the reason he failed to participate in the operation was... simply because the LCD was lax in supervising its personnel? Is that what you're suggesting? Lady Moses paid us to hold our tongues for this very reason. She knew full well Mentor's intentions would be misunderstood in precisely such a manner. What part have I misunderstood? Did you not disclose that the man deserted his post without authorization? That's the thing, he wasn't just wandering around, he was outside all alone, taking down the ring autonomikins.
auto mannequins who locked down the elevator that leads to into the LCE department. Yeah, it's not like he was dealing with the strongest enemy out there. But the recovery ward didn't have an emergency alarm, and nobody from the department was there to warn him either. He somehow just caught on to do the job himself. Huh. It's all thanks to him the facilities team managed to get the comms back up in contact with that LCE chief dude way faster. That'd help LCE actually deploy. It would have been delayed for another hour or two if he hadn't stepped in, apparently. He went fighting even though he still wasn't fully recovered. So he came back looking like he'd been processed through the meat grinder. Yeah, he did end up staying in bed like a good patient and in a lot of pain. And the soldier's not entirely deserving of reproach.
Oh, the black room. You're at the black room part.
Nope, he's a less talking, more
Amazing.
doing type, I guess. Anyway, we're all stuck inside the building back then during the incident. Fine, I suppose there was no helping it. Today, though, never mind. It's always like this with him. He always slips away and pops back in, saying it's done. My point is, what happens if one day one of those solar missions doesn't go his way and he just drops dead in the street somewhere? How are we supposed to help him then? Actually... Ugh. I'm so tired. And yawning. I'll read that later. Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place when nobody gave him any instructions? Bloke's got to be relying on his gut feeling, innit? Gut feeling? Look, I only saw the bloke for a bit, so I can't say I've got him all figured out. He's an annoying bastard, but didn't strike me as some clueless sod who doesn't know where he's stepping.
Oh boy, what does my manager want?
He's scratched his chin. They kept talking as though he was stating an obvious fact. There's proof enough. He's not one of us. The clockhead couldn't have reached him from that far and sent him sent him to back us up. There's no way he just happened to run into us when we were about to get in a battle, and then, well, it could be Blow's got some stupidly sharp head on him. We'll piece things together. Could be that. But I've got these moments when I get a flash of that gut feeling, however you want to call it. My boss man, or Matthew, said he could hear that kind of shite too. He said I can hear them gears turning.
I'll be right
Or I think
back.
I can hear rats scurrying about. He'd do things you couldn't make heads or tails of. Listen, there was this one time when we were expecting a life and death fight. Matthew said he can hear them gears turning, walks into a random pub, starts throwing back drinks like he's lost his bloody mind. That does sound like someone who's lost his bloody mind. Back when I was on the ship, some sailors used to drink the barrel dry before battling whales to blunt their fear, only to stumble around on the deck and fall overboard. Yeah, the boss could knock it back like a whale. Still, point is, getting plastered right before a turf war's not what most sane people would call a good idea. Had all of us cross, so we went stomping after him. Hey, guess what? Turns out that pub was the secret hideout where the opposing syndicate was holed up. They were crowding around the gaffer, running their mouths about how they'd kill him and put an end to the dead rabbits. That's when we came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single one of them got away. We beat them bloody, every last bastard. And boss knew we'd play out that way. Sorry, but this really does sound like a barstool bragging to me. You sure that wasn't just a coincidence? I should think it was no mere chance. If you are saying as much, then surely this was but one among many such coincidences. Is that not so? Yeah, every time Matthew pulled one of these stunts, our lot ended up growing bigger. Wouldn't have kept working so neatly if it were just a coincidence. It is likely what is often referred to as indeed an instinctive sense or experience-based precognition, more accurately, an unconscious process by which information accumulated in the subconscious is sorted and converted into sensible conclusions. There have been some extremely rare cases in which Heathcliff has demonstrated the ability to arrive at coherent conclusions that surprise even Faust. On further analysis, it would appear that he was employing a mechanism similar to a sixth sense, as some people call it. Is that a compliment, or are you taking the piss out of me? The my mentor does not seem fit to explain each step he takes. When all is past, I often find that no footfall of his was taken in vain. I would ask of you, grant him but a little time and wait. Keep waiting, and the shape of his intent may yet become clear. Though I confess, I have also been concerned about him of late. His recent silence is far heavier than what I have noticed in the past. Wait. Don Quixote began, hesitated, then stopped herself from saying more, to give only a quiet nod. Yeah, okay, I suppose our team leader has own reasons for letting him be. That said, doesn't mean I'm happy about it. Let's return the task at hand and do what we can for now. Fine. As the others quieted down, I finally had room to notice the place we found ourselves in. There wasn't a single ray of light, just a deep red hue pressing in from every side. I can't believe we've been chatting away in the dark this whole time, fellas, and the red lights aren't helping at all. Especially with my aging eyes. Oh, are you looking for the light switch? It's right here. Right then. Do not turn on the light. I hear Merceau's clipped warning, his voice coming from a corner I didn't expect to find. Merceau, where are you? Ah, there he is. That corner's he. Washing something? I'm developing the film role. Manager, exposure to light might ruin the entire role. Please exercise caution. He'd been doing his own thing. That explains why he was quiet all along. Huh. Didn't think you know how to print photographs, pal. What's that for, anyway? You express the wish to have the film developed, Manager? I am carrying out that instruction. I see. A photo studio first, now a darkroom. This may be no more than conjecture, but it would not be unreasonable to suppose that the access to the distortion rests upon the photographer. The film serial numbers either match those found in the photo studio or deviate by only a single digit. It is certain that the darkroom is connected to the studio in some way. The images bear a striking resemblance to these photographs. I also believe this building and that photo studio share a strong connection. Oh? Where did you get these photos? I brought some from the photo studio. I cannot name the location in the picture with certainty, yet they all appear to have been taken at various places in N-Corp's district buildings, mostly. Wait, I know what these are. People take pictures like these when applying stuff to that department store. Correct? These photos must have been taken by a docugrapher. How's my French accent? Terrible?
I want to kill myself.
Understandable.
I can't wait for the Amnestic Experience book, so we can hear his goofy ass.
What? Oh, friggin' bamboo-headed Kim.
Yeah.
I might have to end stream soon and get something to eat.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like.
I don't think I've eaten what? I don't think I've eaten anything all day, and I'm starting to get lightheaded.
Yeah, go get some food.
No, I gotta finish this episode.
I think I spent like 4 hours to finish the.
Gotta finish this episode. No, I mean I'm gonna finish this episode.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, just.
Rousseau chimed in, holding up an odd cylindrical container in his hand this time. He gave the container a shake every now and then with a measured rhythm. Whatever he was doing seemed to be part of the process of developing the film. It's not like anyone's watching me anyway. Film rolls are hardly affordable for the average resident in Corp. In most cases, taking photographs is done as part of professional duties. There are approximately 21 occupations that took 14 that utilize photography. However, only a single profession involves routinely photographing specific buildings, adhering to fixed standards that can be observed in these pictures. Give me an honest answer. How bad is my French accent?
Yes.
It's that bad? It's really that bad?
It's all right.
1 to 10. What is it? From 1 to 10. Okay. And these docugraphers you mentioned are the people entrusted with that job? Oui, they photograph the information to be poured into canned experience. A docugrapher? How could a person of such decently lucrative profession fall into distortion? Decent job, maybe, but how do we know if they're a decent person? Ezra replied with a clear-cut answer after only a brief pause. What makes you say that? The photo studio we were at didn't have any darkrooms, right? No, it didn't.
I have a $15 million idea.
A $50 million idea. The greatest idea. It's gonna make all the money.
All the money.
So much money.
I'm gonna kill someone.
You're gonna think it's too much money. We're gonna make it so much. The greatest businessman. My team leader said there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in Corp, you have to go to a darkroom to develop and print them. Correct? Film rolls are usually immersed in developer solution to be processed. Which is why photo studios have these darkrooms equipped with red safe lights right next to them. But this place is pretty far from that photo studio. Huh? Yeah, now that you mention it. Check out these windows. They're only covered by newspapers, all messy like. If you consider how sensitive film rolls are to light, it's really super suspicious this darkroom doesn't have any proper blackout panels. You know films can cost a fortune in some places in the city, right? Who in their right mind would print photos in a darkroom patch up with yesterday's newspaper? What about yesterday's promise? Ooh. Oh. This probably isn't even a legit darkroom. Someone just hauled in the bare minimum tools needed to develop film and threw them together in a hurry. Someone who didn't want to be seen printing photos, and people who don't usually avoid scrutiny unless you're doing something not so decent. If that's the case, I can see why they might have distorted. Right? Manager Rousseau came to my side quietly. Still giving the strange cylinder an occasional shake. I have a request regarding your instruction to develop this film roll. What is it? Please ensure that the light in the room is not turned on until development is complete. Aren't we already doing that? Oui. However, engaging in battle to open the door to uncontrollable variables. This is why I have judged it necessary to make a separate request. Battle? There's no need for concern. I am capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development process. Wait, can you slow down? A battle, you say? Surely there must be a cause for you to believe so. At the photo studio, reinforcements arrived exactly 11 minutes and 24 seconds after N-Corp's pinflame staff were defeated. Deductions based on the events thus far make it clear that the photo studio in this dark room share some connection. Right. Furthermore, Senator Heathcliff, Senator Hong Lu, and Senator Gregor have battled the N-Corp's pinflame team in this very location. I hear footsteps rushing up the staircase, approaching closer and closer. I have a feeling I know what Merceau is getting at, but I ask anyway. Meaning, the initial lens is finished, the process is now halfway at the completion of the second agitation. This indicates that 11 minutes and 30 seconds have elapsed since the start of development. A battle is imminent. Please withdraw to a safe position, Manager. Merceau, you should have warned us way earlier. Understood, Manager. I will follow that instruction going forward. So real.
누군가를 베는 건 생각보다
That's done. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get some food because I am getting lightheaded. Not gonna raid because I know there's only one. I know there's only one person here.
Food, go, sustenance.
There's only one person here, so I'm not gonna bother raiding. I'm just gonna make sure. Well, there's 3 people.
There's 3.
I'm still not gonna bother raiding.
Fuck.
Because I'm a stubborn bitch. And I just want to go eat. I don't want to deal with all that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fuck
But thank you all. I'm probably
Go eat.
might be finishing this tomorrow, or I might be playing something else. I haven't decided yet. Bye bye. Take care. Drop.